Hi everybody, today is Tuesday, October 24, and we're hanging out here in Tennessee. We're boondocking, so enjoying the beautiful weather. Today it was 68 degrees, so really, really nice. So today we're going to talk about how much does it cost to full-time RV. Stay tuned, we'll be right back. Okay, so how much does it cost to full-time RV? Well, that's a pretty tough question. It's different for everybody. So all I can do is tell you about our experience. We've been doing it for a while. We've been traveling for 6 months, and so we've used a lot of RV parks, and we've seen a lot of things, and we've done a lot of traveling. So there are people who do it. Travel full-time RVing and do it very cheaply. That wasn't our goal. Our goal was to have fun. So, things like gasoline can run quite a bit of money. For us it did. We did a lot of driving, put a lot of miles on. So we average about $700 a month in gas. So we've had some months that were really, really up there. When we went into Canada and traveled for a week through there, gasoline was quite expensive. It was over $4 a gallon once you've calculated it out, because they charge by the liter, and then of course the Canadian money is not worth quite as much as the American dollar. So in July, we spent like over $800 on just gasoline alone. August, it was low. We started slowing up, and we spent $370 in gas in August. And then September, it spiked back up to about $500. And then, like I said, in June and May, over $700 in both of those months. So up to this point, about $700 a month in gas is what we've spent. Now this is October, and we've slowed up quite a bit. This month we've spent so far $280 in gas, which is not bad. And then of course we've been doing a lot of boondocking, so that drives our costs down on RV parks and camping in general. So there again, in July and that, we spent quite a bit of money with RV parks. We were constantly on the road. We did stop at a couple of casinos, and the casinos were free, but then you end up spending money in the casinos anyway. So this month, though, we've knocked it down quite a bit. We've spent most of our time boondocking. We're in this lovely place, and this is in Tennessee. Let me pan a little bit here. So this is our camp spot. So we got these. We back right up to these beautiful woods, and it's free. The sites are paved and level, and there's water. There's no hookups. You have to go and get your water. But our trailer holds 80 gallons. So, and then of course we had some other boondocking spots, which you've seen. You saw those. So, and then I'm going to do a review on this campground as well. Once we leave, then I'll post the review on it. So totally free. This is awesome. So the more places we can find like that, we can keep our costs down. So far this month, we have spent $206 in RV parks. So there was a place up in, we stayed at a KOA in Nashville because we wanted to see all the sights, and our concern is with Thomas, our dog. We don't like leaving him in the middle of the woods, so we will use a RV park, and it gives us time to dump the tanks and flush them out really good. And then after we left Nashville, we came straight here, and we've been here 8 days so far. Totally free. Beautiful. We're enjoying it, and it's great. So 300, well, let's see, 206 so far this month. Don't know where it's going to end up cost-wise. We got another week to go for the month, so we'll see how we end up, and I'll give you a report back on that next month sometime. But on average, we have been spending about $600 a month in RV parks. So about $700 a month in gas, $600 a month in RV parks. And like I said, now we're going to take that down and see if we can't keep the RV camping costs down to under $300 and try and keep our gas costs down under $400 would be nice. So like I said, on average $600 a month in RV parks. Food. Hey, that varies by the people. We do quite a bit of fast food and eating out at restaurants when we're traveling quite a bit on the road, because then we don't have much time because we're sightseeing and stuff like that. But when we settle into a place like this, then we're just buying groceries and not eating out much. Generally, we spend about $500 a month on groceries. But now I haven't busted out in detail the costs between actual food and other things that we buy at like Walmart and that. So there are other items kind of thrown in there with the groceries. But on average, about $500 a month in groceries and other things to go along with it, like chemicals for the RV, toilet paper, things of that nature, and all these sundry items. So $500 a month there. I would say on eating out and fast food, maybe about $100 a month. So overall, groceries and food, about $600 a month so far. Propane. So if you stay in the warmer climates, your propane should be minimal. But it averages out about $25 to $30 a month in propane, which is not bad. Do want to mention too, as far as gasoline costs, that also includes the cost of the gasoline we use on the generator. There again, I kind of lumped all the gas together, and I keep track of the gas very closely. So part of that is not just all driving, it is fuel for the generator. In the summer months, we were running the generator and running the air conditioning, and so you tend to go through more fuel. Now we just use it to run the electronics at night. When we don't get enough solar, we use the generator in conjunction with the solar. So we're not using air conditioning anymore, obviously. It's late October. So fuel, that's part of the fuel cost. But I would say we're probably spending maybe $30 a month on gas on the generator, which is still not bad. So $30 a month, you're generating electricity. So that's pretty good. I'm not going to get into things like car payments and stuff. Everybody's going to be different there. As far as spending money on doing things each month, see, the idea of this whole thing was to live and see things and do things, and there are people who can do this really cheaply and don't do anything. They just go travel from place to place that they can find for free, and that's not what we're doing. But on average, we're spending a couple $100 a month in sightseeing. So like I said, we spent some money in Nashville, all the other places. So I'd say about $200 a month on average. Some months more, some months less. We did incur toll expenses because we traveled through New York and Massachusetts, and we're just getting those bills in because they take a picture of your license plate and send you a bill, and it takes time. When we traveled into Long Island through New York, we came through on the Throgs Neck Bridge, and that was $15 each way for us. So that was 30 bucks there. Massachusetts, they like quarter you to death, and it ended up being $31 there. And then there was a lot of tolls through New Jersey and that we paid in cash. So we probably spent about another $50, $60 a month in tolls in the Northeast for the last 3 months. Now, this month we don't have any tolls, so our cost will go down. And so to recap, our average monthly expenses have been running. Camping fees about $600 a month, gas $700, groceries about $500. We eat well. Eating out $100 a month, entertainment about $200 a month, propane about $25 to give us a grand total of $21.25. In October so far, we've knocked the expenses down quite a bit. As you can see, the camping fees $206 and $280 for gas, $500 for groceries. Eating out has dropped $60, entertainment $233 for propane, for a grand total of $12.79. You know, overall, we've been living pretty good. I know the expenses sound a little high, but we've been having a lot of fun. And like I said, we're starting to slow up now, and we'll run those expenses down. But I'm still not going to see, you know, I'm not going to try and live too minimally, I guess would be the correct term. Because I still want to enjoy life, and that's what this is all about. I mean, retiring, traveling, and having fun, not just existing. And that's been what I've been saying all along, and I continue to say it. So we'll slow up during the winter. You know, I may have to eventually consider work camping because, you know, Social Security does pay for the whole expenditure of traveling and that, but we got the other bills too. So I'm going to have to consider making other income. We do have other retirement sources. I'd rather not blow through them all. So I want to try and preserve some cash in case something happens down the road. So, but it's been fun. I mean, we've had our issues every once in a while along the way, but you know, so far not a lot of drama. You'll see on a lot of other channels there's all sorts of different drama. It is what you make of it. All right, being handy is helpful, and believe me, you will do stupid stuff as you go along. I have done my fair share of dumb things, and I'll probably do a video on that as well. So, but it doesn't have to cost an arm and a leg to do this. And I think what we've been spending so far has been very reasonable. So if you got any questions, don't hesitate to make comments down below, and I'll try and get back with you on them. Like I said, I kind of lump things together. I don't keep track of the money to the penny as far as expenditures, but we do like to enjoy ourselves and travel and see things, and that's living. I don't want to just exist like some people are just existing and trying to live on $800 a month. That's just not us. So $12.86 is certainly, like I said, a lot cheaper than when we were living in a house, and we're getting to see things. So we'll continue to monitor and see if I can't keep the costs down to under $1,300 a month. So catch you next time. Don't forget to subscribe and share and like. Give us a like, thumbs up. Until next time, happy camping.